Hey YouTube, it's Langsta here, and this week we're going to be making the mother and child rice bowl and the papa bird and baby bowl. Thank you Prem Premson for requesting the papa bird and baby bowl. I've also created the mother and child rice bowl to complete the family. As usual, I've included the ingredients on the screen, however this time it won't be by annotations and it is hard coded onto the image, therefore those of you viewers on the mobile phones can also see it as well. So as you can notice, there aren't that many ingredients for these two dishes because it is a really simple dish to make. So I hope you have fun watching it, and I hope you will enjoy eating it as well when you do try it out. Now let's begin cooking. First up, we're going to make preparations for the papa bird and baby bowl. So to make the egg which sits atop the papa bird and baby bowl, we're going to chop up very finely some leek, some ginger and some garlic. I am making a shoyu tamago for the topping because in the picture it is actually a raw egg yolk, but because I don't want you, the viewer, or myself to get salmonella, I am going to stick with the more safer alternative, the shoyu tamago. To make this simple marinade, just heat up the soy sauce, mirin and sugar or syrup if you have syrup in a saucepan. Once it is warm, add the ginger, garlic and leek and stir, then allow it to boil. The moment it boils, you can take it off the heat. Then allow it to rest until it cools completely. Once it's cooled completely, pour it into a glass jar or any other container you will want to use to marinate the eggs in. Now to cook the egg, we're going to have to be very exact with our timing. So first we boil some water, and turning it down to simmering heat, we then add in the egg. Immediately we start stirring with a wooden spoon in a circular motion. What this will do is it will center the egg yolk perfectly in the middle. After stirring for exactly 2 minutes, we allow it to rest and keep on cooking for another 4 minutes and 25 seconds. In the meantime, prepare a bowl of icy cold water. Once the 4 minutes and 25 seconds are up, we remove the egg from the water immediately and place it into the ice cold water. Once the egg has cooled, gently crack and peel off the eggshell. If you do this carefully enough, the egg will look beautiful. Once the egg is completely peeled, place it gently into the container of marinade. If you keep this in the fridge, the eggs can last for up to 3 days, and the marinade can be used more than once for up to 5 days. Now that the preparation is done, let's start cooking our first dish, the mother and child rice bowl. First we slice up half a white onion into thin strips. Next we remove the meat from the drumsticks. To do this, we make an incision at the top of the drumstick to sever the tendons and the connecting tissue. Then gently slide the knife across the bone downwards to separate the meat from the bone. If it does not separate completely, give it a quick slice to separate. After that, remove any skin if you haven't already. And cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. Now is a good time to start cooking the rice, so do so in the background. Next, we beat 3 eggs in a bowl. To start cooking, we heat up the dashi stock, and once hot, we pour in mirin wine and soy sauce. Add in a sprinkle of sugar, and once that is boiling, introduce the drumstick meat to the pan. Let that cook for 4 minutes, then add in the white onion slices. Give that a quick stir and allow it to simmer for another 5 minutes. Once the chicken is completely cooked, lower the heat to minimum and gently pour over the egg mixture. Allow this to sit for about 1 minute and then take off the heat. Next up is the papa bird and baby bowl. First up, we halve the chicken breast to make them a bit easier to cook. And then we place it in boiling water and allow it to cook for about 7 to 8 minutes. Once it is fully cooked, shred it into bite-sized pieces. Like the mother and child rice bowl, heat up the dashi stock, add in a tablespoon of soy sauce and mirin. This time we won't add in sugar because it is the daddy bowl after all. Pour in the shredded chicken breast, give that a good stir, cook it for about 2 minutes and add in the onion slices. Cook that for a further 4 minutes, lower the heat and add on the egg mixture. Let that cook for 1 minute and you're done.
Let's try out these dishes then. The first one is the mother, bird and... So first up we have the mother and child rice bowl. This one's got Chickatrice Leg, Birdbeast Egg and Saxham Rice. And secondly we have the absolutely massive papa, bird and baby bowl. So use a prime parmesan. As you saw in the cooking part, I did mention that it should be an egg yolk. However, Japan has very strict regulations on food safety and their egg yolks are very safe. Whereas in the UK, it's not as strict. So I decided to use the shoyu tamago, which is a soy sauce marinated egg. It's really delicious. So first off, we're gonna try the mother and child rice bowl. So first off we're going to try the mother and child rice bowl. So the difference with this one is that it has Chickatrice Leg rather than Basilisk Breast. So in real terms I used chicken drumsticks, and as you saw I took off the meat, so this should be really tender. So straight away I can tell you that this is comfort food. This is delicious. This is something which you would eat every day and more. So the egg is still slightly runny on top, so it's got that really creamy texture which runs all the way through in your mouth. And of course the umami, which is the fifth flavour for those who don't know, which is everything delicious, found in fish, tomatoes, miso, and many other things. So that flavour is running through and it is absolutely delicious. And the meat, so the meat is really tender because it's right off the bone, and it's got a bit of fat on it and it's absolutely delicious. The onions still slightly crunchy, it's not overcooked, it is perfect. So the difference between the two dishes is this one is using a different portion of chicken, a different piece of the chicken. So the flavour would be the same, however the texture would be different. And also because this one's more tender meat, it does give that more loving feeling like a mother would give to a child. Moving on, the papa, bird and baby bowl is absolutely huge. They completely covered it with the sauce and the meat and egg and everything, and they had this massive egg in the middle as well. So the one in the game is an egg yolk. So like I said earlier, I didn't do that because I didn't want to get food poisoning, and I don't want you, the viewer, or the person who might cook this to get food poisoning either. So if I break open this egg, the egg yolk should be runny still. Oh, that is beautiful. Not sure if you can see it over there. Let me try and put it closer to the camera. So as you can see, the egg yolk is really runny and it's delicious. So let's give that a go. So the flavours in the marinade comes through really well. We've got the soy sauce, we've got the mirin, the rice wine, and we have the sugar, which is slightly sweet on the bottom, and it's absolutely delicious. Now the flavours of the garlic and the ginger and the leek just amplify that taste, and it is pure umami. You know what? I would prefer this over the egg yolk, because the egg yolk is pretty much completely raw. I think it is raw actually. So I'm not too sure about that. Now let's try out this. Now this one, because of the size, is a mission in itself to finish, but it is delicious. Again, the meat, it's less tender, but it's more meaty. You get that really meat fibery kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. And it's delicious. It's more birdy. Something you'd expect a father to make, you know, something who just pushes everything in, makes it really big. Bigger the better. In terms of the meat, the mother and child rice bowl wins because it's just so much more tender. Whereas in terms of the actual dish, the overall dish, I'd say the papa bird and baby bowl wins. Why? Because that extra additional egg in the middle, that was pure joy to eat. It was delicious. The umami flavor, well, it just pushed it right over the top of the scale, and you can't even see the scale anymore. That's how far away. Sorry for the delay in the video. It was Christmas. I forgot about that. So I hope you had a very good Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe down below when you see it. And like before, the ingredients are found down in the descriptions below this video. If there's a dish you want me to make, please put a comment down below. And if you do try cooking it for yourself, please send a picture as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed cooking it and eating it. So that's it for episode 3 of Cooking Final Fantasy Food. Yay! See you next week. Until then, bye bye.